Good morning, good afternoon, welcome everyone, and specifically, welcome to Philip from Sydney, Australia. Good day, sir.
Hey.
Good day, mate. Either way, welcome guys to the show. It is Monday. We are back again.
This is
Fernando
live.
is here. This is live. By the way, did you know this was live? Let
We
me get a
going
thumbs
live.
up. I'm doing it live. Anyways,
Yeah, sure.
some of you get the joke. Okay, hey, welcome to the show, guys. It's Monday. It's a Q&A show. We got a lot of stuff to get through today, meaning you guys are going to ask us a ton of questions. I'm really excited about it. So good questions today. Let's get those good questions in the queue. We're going to do, of course, the beginning of the show nonsense that we like to do. But hey, how was your weekend, Fernando?
That was amazing. Went to a soccer game.
Oh, yeah.
Home team.
Yep. Mary Lou filled in for you.
Thank you so much, Mary Lou. No, we had a great time, Awesome time.
Good afternoon. Good day. How are you? Yes. I know it is live. I know, right? Hey.
No, I just want to let you know that this is live.
Yay. Good evening. And I just want to go back up here all the way to the top.
Yeah.
And say, Fang, have a great night. You will be missed, keeper of time.
What the heck, man? No.
What's up, Dave? What's up, Dave? Waiting in Seattle. Isn't that a movie? I feel like that was a movie. Hello, 100 Degrees in Vegas. Oh my gosh. Thoughts on NVIDIA? Yeah, those.
Yeah, why not?
It's good stuff.
They have stuff.
It's good, reasonably priced stuff. It's right in line with everything in its price point.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting exactly what you pay for. It's not like, oh, you're not getting any hidden gems, or you're just getting what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
So we put some stuff in the past. It does what it needs to do.
That's right.
So I got no problems with it. I think it's fantastic. Spent the weekend, or shall I say Sunday, with Ada.
Very nice.
Walked around, had a good time.
Very nice.
It was actually really good. Everyone was like
chill.
Yeah, it was a good day. I had a really good time. I think everyone had a good time. It was hot as balls, which we all walked around very slow. Do you remember? And then we all got soaking. Oh, well, Haley and I got soaking wet, but Sue was smart and didn't good. But good evening.
Good evening, guys.
Good afternoon from Athens. Hey, good evening. So,
all right. Let's do the...
Please, subtitles in Spanish is off. Oh, okay. Sorry.
If you have any questions.
Good day from Michigan. What's the best head unit out there?
All right, let's do that one first.
I know. Wait,
it's just
hello from the flag. All right, so we do this little thing called the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club. It's a Facebook group. A lot of you guys are members. If you're not members, become members and then start posting up your awesome work. Every Sunday, Fernando scours the page and finds what he thinks is the picture of the day or the week. In this case, we got an ARC audio system brought to you by the fine folks at Kenwood. That's right. If you're looking for some of the most amazing and, oh my God, wait, did someone just ask what's the best head unit out there? Yeah, they did. Kenwood Exelon. Pick up your, didn't mean to do that. Pick up yourself a 958, a 908, a 1057, or if you're doing like baller on a budget, to do 4170.
KenwoodUSA.com.
Thank you.
Boom.
But no, who do we have here this week? This is obviously an F-150.
Yeah. This is Cody.
Is this who's Amper? Is this an MTI or a?
I don't know.
I think it's an MTI because if it was Sage's, it would have the little 87. Sure. So
yeah, no, I mean clean install. All wires stuck in there.
The back,
but
like it.
In the back everything is clean. So I like that stuff.
No, it looks nice.
It's nice. So Cody did a wonderful job. So
very nice.
Very
nice. On there. Very nice.
Yeah,
good job. Hey, and if you think you have what it takes to be part of the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club, make sure you post your pictures. And if you want to comment and be like, bro, and you haven't posted anything, you're a douchebag.
Wow.
Sorry. Just saying.
Right.
Yeah. Did I say that a lot? I feel like I shouldn't have said that. Oh, that's out there now. We'll just have to deal with it. Okay, so we have a lot of fun and excitement in store for you. First part of the show is brought to you by the fine folks at thinkwarestore.com.
Hey,
that's
you
right.
Said it right.
It's because I read it right there. If you're interested in picking yourself up a dash cam, that's a great place to go to do it. They have 4 camera systems, 2 camera systems. And hey, if you're going, I don't know how to tell the difference in them. Guess what? We just put out a video where we talked about the difference between the main 3 cameras that they offer. So make sure to head over there. And soon we'll have a video showing you how to put it in with all the neat stuff and how to do it. They do offer some really great accessories for those of you DIY guys out there like, I don't want to deal with tapping. Dude, they make an OBD2 input that you can buy as an accessory that just literally plugs in the OBD2. It takes care of everything. You just run some wires and you're done. Click, click, boom.
That's right. That's right.
What's up, Marty?
What's up, man?
I still need to know who please. Oh, she aims to
Siri.
please. I still need to know who to send that check to. So, anyways, you had a good weekend.
Yes.
Soccer went well.
Soccer went well.
I had a good weekend. Hope all of you had a fantastic weekend. Let's get on to some questions. Do you got some stuff queued up?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's let it drop. Hey, recently installed a DNR N520 to my Kenwood 9 Series head unit. If I leave it more than overnight, it drains the battery. Any suggestions on what to test to work out what is happening? Check and see if you have it in parking lot mode. You might have it in parking lot. It shouldn't drain the battery. We've installed hundreds of these cameras,
right?
And they plug in. It shouldn't, because that's the one that plugs into the back of the radio. Yeah. So no, it should be smart enough not to accidentally trigger itself.
Right.
But there are some settings. My guess is if you turned anything on in the menu, that is what is causing the problem. Because we never do that. The only thing we do is set the height. We adjust our lines for hood and this. That's it. We don't touch anything else. So you might have it in parking lot mode. It might just keep waking itself up all the time. The other thing to check is, what do you have? I mean, just disconnect it. Like pull constant 12 volts on it and see if it stops killing your battery.
Right.
But I think you've probably turned on something like parking lot mode, parking lot mode is where every time it gets hit, it comes on. Maybe you got a cat in the neighborhood that's just like being a jerk. So, I don't know. What's up, Christian? I'm good. Yeah. I was going to say, what's up, Mary Lou? There we go.
What's up, Mary Lou?
Greetings from Peru. What is happening? All right, next question.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, it's like, dude, the processing speed was pretty bad on that one.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. When it comes to doing the door card panel, is there any benefit to using normal roadkill in strategic locations along with egg crate foam versus roadkill ultimate? So this is really a you question.
I didn't even know what
I'm gonna get you up on it. So basically, what he's asking is, you use ultimate when you're doing the door card.
Yes.
He's asking, is there any benefit if they just do regular stealth and egg crate foam? So given the option, which one do you think is better?
I think you're just gonna spend more time, and depends of the foam glue. If that's pretty good and it's gonna stick good for it, go for it. You're gonna spend more time. The reason why I use the stealth is because it comes with everything. The foam, the butyl, aluminum, just one done, boom. I don't have to worry about it. So, but if you did the foam, it has a good glue.
Yeah, it doesn't stick to itself.
If it doesn't,
so it'll act like it wants to stick to itself and everything else. Give it 24 hours and it'll actually peel itself off of itself. So, and then if you've put it back on with it accidentally touching itself, it is going to peel off and it becomes a nightmare.
Yes. So,
it's bad.
Just keep an eye on that stuff. Other than that,
Oh, there you go. Good job. Excuse me. Woo. What's up, Eduardo?
Hey, Eduardo. Thank you so much, buddy, for everything.
The Audison amp will be here tomorrow. There you go, Christian.
There you go.
You can sleep at night. Howdy, everyone. What's up, BB Photo?
Hi.
Photo. You bet. You're welcome. All right. What do you got?
All right.
Yeah?
Right there.
Okay. Oh, Finn's Custom Knives. What's up? Who does it, dude? Okay. Side jag here for a second.
Okay.
At Christmas time, when they put out like the man knives, it's like they have the giant knives that are like way too big for anything. They have like the wood handle, and they got the guy that's really big say, "Do you need a steak knife? Screw the steak knife, whack!" And you're just like, it looks like somebody beat it out like with a hammer and made it, and this is a knife. Okay, you know which ones I'm talking about, right?
No.
Really? I think I showed them to you last year because like they were just killing my feed. It's like the big knives. Anyways, every time I see one of those, I don't use knives for anything, but I want them so bad.
Yes, I agree. Some of these knives are really cool. I don't know. I just like.
Yeah. No, I want them, but I don't use them. Like I don't use knives for anything because
You know what? I actually amazed me the knives that you can carve some fruit or anything like that. It's so
a paring knife.
I guess that's what they call it. Sure,
Yeah.
but it's like so thin,
thin. Thin is the word you're looking for. Thin. Yeah, that's all good. What accessory, harness, etc. would I need for a kicker key install in a Jeep JL with the non-amplified system 7-inch U-Connect? Pick up yourself a Stinger Amp Pro. So that's going to be the Stinger Amp Pro. If you have a JL Jeep, the nice thing is, it's a kicker key. It's a DSP. So it'll be fine. That'll actually work great. So here's the thing. The key will DSP the system and give you the surround and all the delays and the EQs and all that fun stuff. However, it's not going to fix the signal. That's what the Amp Pro will do. So the Amp Pro, even though you have a non-amplified system, will work in that vehicle. It'll plug in. You're going to go through 2 reset cycles on the ignition, and it's going to reflash the radio to amplified and give you 5-volt, 6-channel preamp output. All right? And so then you can plug the key in, and now it'll have a perfectly flat signal to which it can now do all its magic with, and you'll have the most amazing sounding thing. The problem is if you keep the factory radio in there, you're going to get weird stuff going on with the volume because it's got loudness. So bass will disappear and it'll sound great at low volumes and crap at high volumes. So it's worth spending the money to get the Amp Pro. Now, the caveat is, the Amp Pro is probably going to cost more than the key.
Yes.
Which is the rub in all of this.
Yes.
But that would be the right way to do it. Outside of that, like if you're like, no, well, that's fine. You're just going to want to head over to pack-audio.com, say people make the Amp Pro, and just pick up the T-harness for that. They'll make a T. I don't know the part number of the T-harness, but pack-audio.com, you can find the parts that you need.
Yes, sir. That's exactly football. That's what we call it.
Soccer.
It's football.
So there's a comedian, Vic Henley, which I've played for you before, when he went over to Europe, and they were like, America. Soccer, and he double digits, not fisticuffs, but like this, but not my pointer fingers.
It's football, man.
Yeah,
you cannot call football this
America,
but it's cool.
Hold on, Eduardo. I'm gonna pull up Eduardo. Yes. It says Dean, Ibex shows in Tampa next month, 1 to 3, and
1 to the 3rd.
Oh, is it 1 to the 3rd?
Yes,
1st through the 3rd.
First to the
and the
3rd.
Guys will go with me. Can we stop to say yes? Yes,
of course. Lemonades,
yes.
Everybody.
Yes,
that's right.
Of course.
Yes,
Eduardo, you're always welcome. Don't be a puss.
Of course.
You're always.
Yes.
Anyways,
mi casa es tu casa, my friend.
Your bay is my bay. My house is your house. I'm gonna pull up Dave's comment. Oh no,
what's up, Carlos?
I'm gonna just do that right there. Oh, can I pull up Dave's now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Dave. Okay, so Dave says, I know the Metro DSP addresses the door chime in the non-amplified GM radios, but does it eliminate the ANC, which is built into the radio? So what we've found is that there is no ANC built into the radio on the GMs. We haven't seen it. We've never seen it. So you don't have to worry about it. So now some of the cars do have it, but the Chevy trucks don't. So if you're worried about the car side of it, it probably does, but there again, we've only seen it in amplified systems for the cars, but never a non-amplified system for the trucks. So if it's got an amp, probably a problem, but in that case, it's a different interface. So have you verified to see that you actually have it would be my next thing, because we've never seen it in any of the trucks.
All right, I'm going to bypass all of you because, he's first. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Of course, Thank you so much, Funny Daddy Project, for the $10.
Yeah, I was thinking of a Sammy Hagar song, 3-lock box. Anyways, Friday I'm having a 12W7. Wow. A 1500.1 and a 400.4 plus an LC7i Pro. I'm trying to figure out an amp rack for 2022 Challenger, and could I use the underside of the trunk lid? Okay. First things first.
There you go.
LC7i, bad idea. It's not the right thing to go with. Just like we were talking about the Jeep a minute ago, you need an Amp Pro, dude.
There you go.
My guy. Or, better yet, you need a DSR-1 from Rockford, the Rockford DSR-1, or the PSM Pro with an AR from ARC.
All right, but now that we have the 1500 and 404, let's go with the Amp Pro.
We could do the Amp Pro, which is fine. The thing is your car audio sucks. Has severe bass roll off. And the AccuBass ain't gonna fix it. As much as it wants to, ain't gonna fix it.
No.
So Amp Pro, it'll give you beautiful 6-channel RC outputs right into those, and it'll sound amazing. I would never do this. Like if you came in with this, I'd be like, ain't gonna happen.
No, you have to buy the Amp Pro.
Gotta need an Amp Pro. Okay, so
where?
Now, PackThisAudio.com.
Perfect.
Now, could I use the underside of the trunk lid? No.
The trunk lid.
The trunk lid. Like he says trunk lid. Could I use the underside of the trunk lid? So
not the trunk.
Well, this is the lid. This is the rear deck. Either way,
okay.
My point is I'm trying to figure out an amp rack for my 20. So most of the time in the 2022 Challengers, we do one of two things. We either go where the spare tire would be, that's usually not there because it doesn't have a spare tire. That's a great place to put it. There's plenty of air in there, so it'll be fine. There's also a really nice foam container. We take the foam container out or use the foam container as a method. But there's a ton of air in there, which is good because you got a 1500 watt amp that's going to get nice and hot. Plus the battery is right there, so that makes things nice and easy and convenient. We like to go there, and then if we can't go there, believe it or not, especially what we'll do is we just put it at the very front of the trunk at the seat. So we'll make and those amps are really thin, so so instead of pushing the box all the way to the front, we will put the amps there across the so like if here's the seat, this area right here is where we will put the amps. They'll just sit right here and go all the way across that area. Because there again, if you wanted to put them up you can't fit them up on the package tray. You don't want them to move. You don't want to put them on the seat, especially a big 1500. That's just going to be silly. But those are really the two places we put in that. But get yourself an Amp Pro. Make your life 100%. Easy. 100%. Okay.
Yes. You good?
Yeah.
All right. So this is David. Same thing about the Metra.
Okay.
It says, I have the headliner microphones.
Are you sure? That okay, if there's a mic here and a mic here, those aren't headliner microphones. Those are just two Bluetooth mics for the driver and the passenger. Okay, you can test for fake engine noise. Right. It's an easy enough test to do.
He's telling you that, yeah, for sure.
So you can either use a digital multimeter or an RTA. You missed out on the sale, I'm assuming, for the
IRTA too.
You can still get one. They're $249. You can go over to a DNF tool drawer. We have a video there that shows you how to do it. But if in fact you do have fake engine noise, okay, the easiest way for you, hopefully you have a digital multimeter. Take your digital multimeter, put it to AC current, connect it to your speaker leads. Pick one, doesn't matter. Turn the volume all the way down, okay? Turn the volume all the way down, have the car off, and take your bass reading, okay? Meaning have the doors open, because the ANC typically doesn't work when the doors are open. Take whatever your base reading is, okay? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to rev up the car. Okay, start up the car, close the windows, roll everything, rev it up. All right, there is going to be some small amount of voltage that is going to happen. And it might happen but there will be a huge amount of voltage if it has ANC. Huge amount of voltage, okay? If you have an RTA, you could see it on the RTA because it'll actually just lift up and go down, just like it's boom, it does this and it goes down. But there is a certain amount of small voltage that is coming in over the signal just because the alternator is working. So that's what I'm saying. You got to take your baseline reading with like the doors open. because your ANC is going to be working, and then see if it changes with the doors closed. So car on, not running, running, doors open, doors closed, trunk closed. See what the voltage is.
There you go. Thank you again for the 5.
I have the GT. I do have a spare tire. Thanks. I'll get the Amp Pro. Oh, no. Very cool.
See, this is what I like. When you explain somebody else and they're like, perfect, I would get that one.
Yeah. But no. So I would put the amps towards the front of the seat.
Yeah.
Or you could, like if it's a big box, I just don't mount it to the box. Sometimes we'll make like a 90, like a triangle, and like not attached to the box, but attached to the floor, so the box comes up next to it. But it's not going to get the shit shaken out of it with the box.
Sorry, guys. We have to make money, right? Because
we do.
Yes, me.
Okay, makes perfect
Thank you, Brad.
sense. Wow. Okay, for the
Silverado,
we don't have to make money. Okay, change. Oh, that's me. Turn that off. All right, hang on, Brad. We'll get to you in a second. Now we do. Well, we have responsibilities from this point.
Of course.
Okay, so do that. Okay, I'm going to turn yours off. Turn mine on, which is this. Real quick, hey guys, have you heard of this little brand called Audio Control? Well, right now, it is summer. It's the end of summer. Summer is wrapping up. For all you guys that are picking up those last minute, we got to get rid of these cars. The Gladiator is definitely one of those cars. Can I pull this off? Can you pull it off for a second? And if you're interested, you should be. Audio Control makes this awesome box for the Gladiator. That's right. It's a 2.8. It is a full fiberglass enclosure. It sounds amazing. We have a video showing you what it looks like. But right now, you should pick one up because they're pretty badass.
Yes, for sure.
It comes with 2 of their shallow mount 8-inch, regular series 8-inch drivers, right? It's not even the spikes.
It's
not the spikes. It is the spikes.
Yeah, it's the spikes.
Yeah. Anyways, head over to Audio Control. Check it out. Find them at audiocontrol.com.
Check it out.
They also have 3 other truck boxes that they just announced too, but they want us to tell you about the Gladiator box just in case you didn't know. So if you have an F-150, supposedly they have a box now.
I do have an F-150.
Could you pull that one back up?
Okay, here we go.
All right. For the Silverado doors that have 6x9 openings, would the Morel 6x9 component be best, or would a 6.5 or 6 3/4 be better for loud, clean sound? What would you suggest? 10-inch subs under rear for lows. So price point wise, if that's where we're at, the Focal 6x9s, yes.
The Morel.
Yes. What did I say?
The Focals.
Yeah, those would work too. Morels are going to be way deeper. And yeah, anyways, my point is that a 6x9 component in comparable series with a 6.5, the 6x9 is going to kick its ass. Okay? Ooh. 3 cuss words on this show. I apologize. The 6x9 is going to beat the snot out of the 6.5.
Perfect.
When we're looking at, so like this is the Ultimo series that has the 6x9 component. So that 6x9 component is going to have way better sound, more mid bass, have a deeper sound to it than it's like 6.5 or 6 3/4. So now if you're like, well, what is this compared to like something that's twice the money?
Right.
Well, then that's a whole nother category. But yes, this is a fantastic speaker. It actually will work in the GM. Most of the time we tell people, put a 2.5 up in there. But the Morel, because that FS on that tweeter is so low, and it does have the tweeter plays down very low. It actually sounds really good in the GM. So go for it.
Go for it, man.
Go for it, bro. Yeah, I'm ready. Awesome show. Kenwood, 4710 or the Alpine? Alpine. For sound quality. 2020 RAM, RAV4 with the... So the reality is, if the question is sound quality, the ILX 507 has a better sound quality. I would be looking at the 908 Kenwood. That would be more in line with the 507. Unless there's just a deal on 507s right now. Wait, the 507. Yeah, that's right. 507. So the 507, 509, 510. Yes. So definitely going to have to give it to the 507. The one thing I will tell you about the 507 is you do have to, as soon as you buy it, update it. All right. It's going to need updates right away because the last update is over the air. So if it's anything below 6, you have to get it up to 5. And then you can do the software update over the air to get it up to 6. The 4710 just came out. You're going to see an unboxing of that over the next couple weeks. We just filmed that. It's a really awesome radio for sure, but I'm still going to have to give the 507 the sound quality notch there. But I would go with a 908, and then you'd be in business. Okay.
Fantastic. Oh, guess what? Look at that.
Has Nando told you you're doing a great job today? No, he hasn't. He's been mean all day. But thank you, Elias. Thank you. What is this one? Oh, should I click on this one?
If you want to.
I don't, but I will.
You're just messing up my feed.
I'm sorry. All right. Hey, Dean, I'll be quick. I have a classic Mercedes.
Beautiful.
That only has 4 speakers in the dash. I'm planning on making custom door panel pods for Morel Nano 3-ways. Okay. 3-way, and can find any info on minimum airspace needed for the pods. Will the surface mount and not vent into the door? Going active 65 watts. Yeah, you should be fine. Dude, everyone that puts those literally puts them right up against something. So, I mean, there just needs to be a little air there for the speaker to breathe. There'll be air behind the door panel. There's gonna be something. You just can't like vacuum mold it to the door because it is a vented pull piece. So we'll need some air to come out. But no, trust me, guys have put these in some like very tight places. So if there's metal behind there, just make sure it's not resting up against the metal. Give it a little bit of room so it can vent, and you should be fine. Okay, see, I told you I'd be quick.
You got it?
Yeah, go.
I'm trying to.
Hi. Hey guys, I'm planning on making custom door panel pods. A lot of people doing that. I think this is the same guy. Is it the same guy?
No, this is for the
a
Nano.
different guy. Wow. Well, the other guy did the same thing too. For Morel Nano 3-way, and can't find any info. Yeah, it was literally the same question.
Not the same.
The same question.
Yeah, this is the Nanos.
No, the other guy had Nanos too. It's the same question. It's okay.
Really?
I'm going to just click while you keep looking. LC7i work for a 2025 Camry. Going to a JL 800V. Why? No. Why? Why would you need that? No. You have a VXI. The VXI does everything you need it to do. There's no reason to have an LC7i with that particular amplifier. What you need is a T-harness. It's the same as a 2024, so you can pick up the pack Toyota T-harness for that. But no, a JL Audio 808 VXI has high-level input, which is fine. So that's all you need. You don't need an LC7i. Save your money. Buy something else. Buy a bigger amp. So the reality is, all right. So here's something to think about. The Toyota Camry is going to have some terrible audio in it. And if you're not good at dealing with the factory system as far as DEQing it and all that other fun stuff, then what you may want to do is think about still getting an LC7i, maybe pick up 2 kicker key locks so that you can use them to save yourself some time and do the de-equalization in the key locks, making your life easier plugging those into the JL audio and then using the regular output DSP for the JL audio. Now, if you're fantastic at the JL software, it's not going to be necessary. But if you're not and you'd like to just speed things up, do 2 key locks. Okay, if you're going to do front to rear fader. I personally don't worry about the rears. I would just do one off the front and call it a day. But whatever works for you. Hi. Yes, it has all pass filters. It's terrible. I have not seen the new Beetlejuice movie yet, Bobby. No. Sue goes to me the other day. She goes, just need load resistors. It does need load resistors. It's going to need the LGD greens for the Toyota. She goes, can you believe that he's like 70 years old? And I was like, no, I can't.
Who?
Michael Keaton.
Michael?
He's like 70,
really?
71,
he
72.
Doesn't look like
no, he's looking good. I mean, he looks tired, but he doesn't look 70.
Yeah, but at night he doesn't look like 70, man.
Well, you did see it yesterday, so how was it? Was it fantastic? I mean, give us more. You're teasing us. Okay.
Just
explain.
tell us everything.
No. Just tell us was it good or
no.
bad. All right.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm connecting an aftermarket radio to a kicker key to 100.4 using the high-level inputs. The output is going to the factory speaker harness. Will that work well? I did upgrade the speakers. All right, so okay. Why, if we're using an aftermarket radio, are we using the high-level? No, solder the RCA's back onto it.
Hmm.
Here's the thing. This is one of those things that Kicker and I argue about nonstop because practical application versus smoke and mirrors that haven't touched a radio in I don't know how long. So the theory is if I use the amplified output, I have more voltage, which is not true because the factory amplifier is crap and it's just going to clip a lot earlier. Now, in a lot of the radios, especially some of the more affordable radios, it's an all one piece, meaning the speaker and the preamp are all just connected to one another, okay? The difference is that 9 times out of 10, the RC output will allow you to go full volume, okay, without clipping or distorting, I should say, without distorting. So when you use the amplified outputs to go in the amplifier, you're automatically limiting how high you can go up on the volume knob. It's just going to stop. Anything past that, it's just pure distortion. Now, the key lock, this is what's funny, has a digital input. It can't handle any distortion at all. It says, screw you, doesn't like it.
That's
okay?
what he says?
It does. It literally has a screw you light on the side. So it makes sense to go out of the RCAs into the line level input of the amplifier. You'll have a much better result. Much better result. That would be my suggestion. Go with God.
Hey!
Steve.
Stereo Steve. Look at that.
So we had one of our customers in to pick up a set of your Bronco pods. And they didn't have little thingies in them. What the hell, man? I had to make my own. Such a bummer. But these are gorgeous, by the way. Really like these. And we're filming it too. Good job, man. Pat your guy on the back. You did a fantastic job. These are for the Broncos. This allow you to put a... We'll talk about it more tomorrow. But anyways,
yeah, of course.
Good job. If you guys need the 3-way set for Broncos, Stereo Steve's your man.
StereoSteve.com. Oh, I don't know. It's
I don't
just
know what
Stereo
it is.
Steve. I mean,
I think you can find him on Facebook. I think he just sells
Yeah.
them on the Facebook Marketplace. But anyways,
Good to see you, man.
good to see Steve. I love Steve.
I love Steve. He's like,
He scares the hell out of me.
good. I saw one of his,
One of his sweating videos where he's
because
just sweating
he
because
was going to the Sony thing.
Yeah, because then he was sweating. He's just sweating. Yeah, they went
That's
to throw
awesome.
axes again and kill people. Hold on. Is it worth it to redo? Hold on. Doing math in my head real quick. Where are we at? 5, 20, 35. Okay. You got to read it out loud.
Oh no! I thought you.
You can read it out loud.
It is worth to redo a torn surround
Yeah. That's the.
on an older, smaller magnet Alpine Type R.
I mean, if you need a project, sure, why not, right? They're in the little baggie with the screws.
Oh, see, come
No,
on,
they're
man.
not. No, they're not. Here's the little baggie with the screws. See? Little baggie.
Oh,
with
what
the
happened if you the
Little baggy
customer
thing.
took it off? Maybe.
screws. I don't know, but they're not in the little baggie with the screws. It doesn't matter. I'm just giving them a hard time. I've already fixed the problem. I mean, it literally took me 5 minutes. Pew pew.
All right,
deal.
so it is worth it. Not
No.
worth it.
I wouldn't do it.
Sentimental.
I mean, if you like them and you want, like I said, this would be a great Sunday project.
So it's
Other than
for
that,
sentimental
No,
application.
because you're not going to get a factory surround for it. I mean, if it has the old R-type surround on it that was really basic, sure.
Mhm.
But the new one has the hammer surround on it, which you're not finding anywhere because they have the patent on that crap. So, I mean, there again, if you've never done it, yeah, why not? You
Yeah.
can get a ring for, wow. You can get a ring for, $5 or $10. Yeah,
Mhm.
go for it. Let it go. Yeah.
All right.
What would you suggest? Read it to me.
Why would you suggest for a dash kit in a 2011 Lincoln MKS with nav THX? THS. I already have a Sony 4000 with the factory screen is
It's kind of chilling.
it's kind of just chilling with nothing holding it. Oh,
so I don't know if the new iData FOR1 kit would work in that one, because they do make a new FOR1 kit, but you do need the factory screen brackets in order to make that work. And that's for older. So you have the newer kit and you have the older kit. Outside of that, I'm probably just making something, because I don't know if they have anything like. There again, the standard places to go are right here.
I would check Metra because I think they have something.
MetraOnline.com.
Yes.
So I mean, you have the standard places to look, but if you've already looked there and you haven't found anything, then that's DIY time.
That's a deal. Yeah.
All right, don't put anything up yet. Hey, it's that time again. We're switching. Arc Audio. That's right. Moto Series. Summer is not over yet. You still have time to get your motorcycle sounding the way you want it to. Are you like, oh my gosh, I just put it off. I put it off. Now it's going to get parked. And finish the job or take it to a place that's going to store it and let you do the job. But for those of you, and it's funny because I'm waiting for him to send me those. The Moto line of speakers and amplifiers, they make the CX6, the CX6x9, the Moto 602 HD speakers, and of course grills to match them up with the corresponding Harley Davidson. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is these will work in cars too. So if you guys are looking for the ultimate and crazy loud speakers, the Moto series is for you. If you're tired of dealing with the cheap ones and you're like, man, these things suck, maybe check out the Arc Audio Moto line for your next big build. Head over to arcaudio.com to find out more.
Scott.
Hi.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Just letting you know, the 2023 Chargers that you helped me out, it has turned out awesome. Little tuning with the Zapco amplifier, very satisfying.
It rocks. Thanks. Speaking of Zapco, for those of you that are fans of Zapco and or EBS, right?
Yep.
I got it right. Make sure to tune in Wednesday sometime during the day. We're going to have Chris Bennett here, which I think is the national sales manager now for them. So we're going to have him here talking about it. We'll probably have some products, I hope. I don't know what time we're going to do it yet, but it's going to be one of those cool shows that's going to happen in the middle of the week where we're going to talk to Chris, and he's going to tell us, all the enough stuff that Chris likes to talk about when he's on the show. Is that a timeout?
Timeout. Can you plug my laptop? Is dying. I was like, why is giving me this thing?
Yeah. Okay. It's done.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank
so anyways,
you so much.
Make sure to tune in Wednesday. Don't worry. We'll put up a notification so you guys, check it out.
You can check it out. All right. So I have to put key.
Hold on. Make sure you hit this one next.
Yes.
I have a 2018 Sierra SLT crew cab. That's a Chevy that I want to do SQ type setup in 2018. Okay. Is it possible for a 10-inch sub in the center console and an 8-inch in the doors to produce a decent bottom end? Appreciate all the info. Okay, so there are some center console subs that some of the guys have told you about here. The one thing you have to remember about putting an 8-inch in the door, that door rattles a lot. Okay, so is it possible to do an 8-inch where the 6x9 goes? Yeah, we've done it. It'll fit. There's plenty of 8s out there. Tons of 8s out there that you can put in there that give you nice, strong mid-bass. Keep in mind, they're not going to be playing down to 50 hertz. It's not their role. That's the role of the subwoofer. However, with a bigger mid-bass, you can get more coupling and have that more front end that you're trying to do. But keep in mind, you are going to be sound treating the crap out of that rattly-ass door. Okay, so be prepared. Be prepared. You're probably not going to get it in one unless you just cover every inch of it. And even then, you might still get a rattle. So as long as you're prepared to deal with the rattles, make sure to make the bracket out of something nice and thick, layers, thick, solid stuff, and you'll be fine. But yes, you can fit an 8-inch in the door. Sorry, helping customer. What did you think of my grills? They're fantastic, Steve. I strongly recommend them. We actually recommended so here's what happened. Customer came in with the Bronco that's sitting right here. He bought a bunch of stuff from another stereo shop. It was all wrong. We sold him the right stuff. We needed to sell him some dash grills to go up on the top of it. I said, hey, we'll order you stereo Steves because they're the prettiest from what everyone's told me, and I've looked at them, and they were the prettiest. And he just happened to be going to Utah, sadly, to go to his grandfather's funeral.
Oh.
So he went and picked them up at Stereo Steve's this weekend.
Oh wow! So personally, he
Yes,
went and bought.
He
from
went and
you.
bought them directly in the store to bring them back to have us install them today.
There you go.
Because I was just going to order them. And he's like, no, I'm going to Utah for a funeral. I was like, well, that sucks, but it's cool. So, no, they're fantastic. I love them.
Nice.
They're very nice.
So, Stereo Steve.
Send me the file. Promise. I'll give you residuals. However we sell it, send you whatever you want. 2022 Silverado HD 8-inch screen non-Bose. Fantastic. What would you do for $1,200 for doors and amp?
Oof. $1,200. It's a 2022 screen non-Bose.
So you're doing the Metro interface. So there's $300.
Right.
Okay.
Before we start, thank you so much, Mark, for the $20.
So here's a crazy thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a crazy thing you could possibly do. There again, don't know how you want it to go, but nice 4-channel amp for the front. I still remember, like, the craziest thing we had was that Silverado we did that had the 2.5s in the top of the dash, put the C2s in the top of the dash, and we put and he already had the two-way 6x9s in the door. And I was just blown away with how good we got that to sound. Okay. So maybe some C2s up in the dash, or possibly some kicker 2.5s up in the top of the dash, like the KS 2.5. Do a KS 6x9 in the bottom of the door, right? And do the Metro high level to low level, so you get rid of the door chime.
Yeah.
It has a DSP.
It already has a DSP, so that's
so
a
you do
plus.
like a 360.4, which is the little small 4-channel. Key, I don't know how that would act.
So why not just do?
It's already got a DSP, so I don't really need that.
No, I mean at least a 5.
Well, he's not. He's just talking front stage. He just said doors.
No, I mean doors in an amp. So
I would do.
thinking,
Okay, so if we could go outside of that, I'm going to do an 802.5.
There you go. So
I would do the Kenwood 802.5, which is $300.
Yeah.
Metro interface about $600-700.
Yeah.
The speakers, you probably about $400.
The same 6x9.
Yeah. The
6903s. 6903s.
No. Do the kicker.
Okay.
So kicker, KX. Yeah, KX 6x9 two ways. The 2.5 in the top of the dash. Don't do the 2.5 because you want the tweeter. You really need the tweeter. And then I would put the 802.5 on just the front.
Yep.
Okay, and I would use the Metro DSP to tune it. If you get the delay right, that tweeter will add to the top of the dash. Sound freaking awesome. It's not like pinky's out sipping wine.
So
crazy,
the
6902s will sound good. Okay.
So what I'm saying is
I could do 6902s in there, and with the DSP,
yes.
I'll probably be happy.
Correct.
I'll probably be happy. I don't know how much tweeter he wants.
That will be my forget about the rears.
Of course.
And just 6903s or 6902s depends.
It'd be the 02s. The 03s won't fit.
Right. And then the 5-channel, all front stage.
802.5.
Yes.
So you're saying 6902.
Yes.
Kenwood 6902 Exelons.
Yes.
Do the 802.5 just on the front.
Yep.
And then do the Metro DSP.
Correct.
The Metro Light, T-harness in there, control the door chime.
Correct.
And then I don't know if you'll have enough money left over for the sub.
Right.
But you'd have it. So, okay. Either one, that'll work. Cam 8, there again, we got $1,200 price point. That shoots our price point, Bobby.
Yes, it's like.
So we're
and even I
this.
think with that, what we talk about is already pushing it. And
cost for product, you should be fine.
If he's gonna do it himself, of course.
That's what I said. Cost for product, you should be fine.
Yes.
If you're, you should be able to swing with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna click on this one right here. Where are we at? 35. All right. So it says, I want to do my sound deadening treatment very similar to how he did his. The headliner, the wheels. Okay. So I'm guessing this is part of a second. Keith is carrying on a conversation with somebody else. So I don't. I saw one on YouTube, and the same guy on the forum that had a sub like that and a passenger floorboard. Incredible setup. There again, I feel like
Yeah.
there's another
No,
part
I
to
think
that.
it's you can do a lot of crazy things.
I mean, when it comes to sound treatment, if you've got the time and you can take all that stuff apart, go for it. I have the Morel MW9 in the front door, and it took me 5 layers of sound deadening and acoustic foam to quiet them. Thank you. So this is we all know who he's talking to. Oh, no doubt, right? And those things bang. So there's a lot of air going on in that with those bigger drivers. Going to follow some of these mid-bass door questions. I'm thinking of 2012 Raptor. Doors are treated. Thinking of putting an 8-inch shallow image dynamic sub. Thoughts, yay or nay? Nay. No, don't do it. It's not what it's made for. I mean, there again, if you want that, what he just talked about, when he said that Morel 9-inch, the MW9, those in the forward door panel, phenomenal. Those are impressive as hell. We've actually done those, and they work great. So if you're looking for something like a subwoofer, you're never going to get subwoofer out of these doors. It's just not what they're made to do. So I would say
gotta do a lot of work, no?
Yeah, it's just I mean, come on, these things
Hey,
suck.
Lino! How you doing,
Dude,
buddy?
so he just made tweeter pods for the Bronco. 3D printed tweeter pods that bolt to the side.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really cool idea. I don't think anyone's thought of doing that because they all want to just put like Steve did, put it all on the dash. But he's got, I think they need to be worked a little bit because I think they stick out too far. Mm-hmm. But there again, he's just showing like some CAD pictures of it.
Very nice.
So I'd be interested to see something a little tighter, you know. But no, they kind of go with the flow of the product or of the thing. So it's pretty neat. So, anyways,
yeah.
Hey fellas, I have a 2014 Camaro convertible. It has 3.5s as rear speakers. Can I use a DVC sub in the place of the subwoofer and a 3-way component set? Okay, so it has 3.5s in the rear speaker. It also has 3.5s in the top of the dash, 6.5s in the doors. It's really not made for a set of components. There again, don't know how much you want to put into this. What we've typically been doing in that car is we put a set of the, is it a 3.5 in the top of the dash? Or was that I want to say we fit the 3.5 in the top of that.
I think that was a 3.5, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel 14, like we put the, man. Yeah, I know. I feel like we put the C3s in there.
Huh.
But no Camaro has a 3-way set. So typically what you do is you do the 3.5-inch coaxial and you run 4 channels to them so that you have your tweeter, you have your mid-range, and there's channels 1 through 4, and then you do the mid-bass, and that'll give you your 3-way active front stage. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just kind of, yeah, it's tough. And on that one. What's up, Miguel? See you in a couple weeks.
Oh, what's up, Miguel?
Hi.
Hi.
Good evening. What's the true purpose of the Matrix Plus audio control?
Come on, say it. What's the true purpose?
It's a line driver. I mean, that's all it is. It's just a line driver.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
Oh,
this is one of those products to help somebody that made a poor life choice. That's all it is.
Okay.
So if you went out and you bought an inexpensive radio because whatever happened, I don't know, you had child support to pay that month, or you just were impatient. You were just impatient. Most people are just impatient.
I saw it online. It says it does everything I want.
Yeah, it's the kitchen sink radio, and you get it, and then like 6 months later, you're like, this thing sucks. But I've already spent all this money on it. What do I do? Well, you throw good money after bad. Okay, so now you buy yourself a Matrix line driver.
Yes.
You feed that less than stellar signal into it as far as the voltage goes. Yeah. And now you get this nice line driver in there with the salt and pepper that audio control spices it up with. And boom, there you go. Everything sounds better because you can now turn the gains down on the amplifiers. So there again, it's a tool made for poor life choices. The better move would be just sell the POS that you bought on accident and get a better radio. A better radio.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this, that all the DSPs have line drivers built into them. So if you were to get a DM810, a Arc Audio, anybody's DSP is going to have a line driver built into
better
it. So
signal now, yeah.
you can put the small signal into it and get, do the same thing. No 3.5 on the top of the dash. Okay, so it is the 2.5. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I couldn't remember. It's been so long since we dealt with that car. Mine was a 2009. What was his? A 2012?
No, yours like
no, 10. Mine was a 2009.
10.
It was a 10. I bought it in 2009. What year was his?
14.
Oh, so it's the old one. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. It's
the 5th generation. So that's a tweeter and a mid bass.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no way to put a 3-way in that anywhere.
Other than Megan Pillars. I mean, how do you want to put a really 3-way?
I would just put a really nice set of 6.5s in and call it a day. Because I mean, that's I don't know, dude. The convertible, trying to get that 8-pillar off with that dash now, as sticky as it is. Ooh, yeah.
We don't have those videos anymore, man. Can you send me a video for the Sony Radio 12 Days of Christmas? It's just not.
What videos are those?
I know, but no, we don't.
Those all go in the trash can.
Yeah.
All right, the last sponsor of the show is our good friends at focal-america.com. Yeah, that's right. Hey, if you need plug-and-play speakers, you want something better than just like, I gotta cobble together and cut harnesses and do all this nonsense, make sure to head over to Focal-America. Check out Focal Inside. That's right. We talked a lot about F-150s tonight, and GMs and Toyotas and BMWs, Mercedes. Anyways, check them out. Teslas. They make a full line of plug-and-play speakers just for you to make your life easier and sound amazing. They all come with that sexy Focal metal tweeter to make it just like, yeah. Head over to focal-america.com.
Ready?
Yes.
Boom.
Dean.
Yes.
If you compete... All right. Oh, wait.
Dean, if you complete sound treatment to a car, what kind of weight, roughly, does add to the car? I only ask because I have a high horsepower car and still watch the weight.
All right, so this is one of those situations where it reminds me of a story that I had years ago when we were doing, this is long before I came to 5-Star, we were doing a ton of sound treatment in this guy's car, and it was a race car, and he goes, man, I gotta break up with my girlfriend now. I go, why? He goes, because I put all the sound treatment in there. I got no more room for her fat ass.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, okay, there you go. You put 200 pounds of sound treatment in the car, kick her to the curb.
Wow.
I know. The reality is this. When you buy the sound treatment, you're going to see how much it weighs. It'll probably tell you just in shipping.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much weight you're putting in the car. So a box of sound treatment is what, 40 pounds?
I don't know.
Grab that sound shield right there.
So this one,
which is not a lot of sound treatment.
This one it's just a roll.
That was like 11 square feet. Flip it over. There's a whole thing. That was 7 pounds.
7 pounds right there.
Right, but this was how many square feet? Is 11 square feet?
Yeah, 11 square feet.
So 11 square feet.
7 pounds.
There you go. Now, most big kits come with like 24 to 30 square feet. So multiply. Now, this is foam. Beautiful. And there again, depending on the level you get, it gets heavier.
Yeah.
I don't think it's enough to slow your car down.
Oh, dude.
But,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe swap out some pieces for carbon fiber to offset it.
Yeah, that's hard because at that point you just gotta make sure, what's important.
The girlfriend or the sound treatment?
I would put the sound treatment. It's just like.
Has Alpine come out with a new Halo Type R sub? Okay, so they came out with a new one like 2 years ago?
You cannot respond a question and not put it.
No, I know. I was getting ready to click on it, but I think it was like 2 years ago.
Type R?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
it was 2 years ago. So they've had the same one for the last 2 years. Melissa, what is happening?
Hey.
2023 Escalade, you need the Metra piece for it or the old Nav TV if it still exists. The old Nav TV piece you don't want because it doesn't exist. But a 2023, you definitely want the Metro piece for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It'll plug right in. It's the Ethos.
ETR, like internet. Yeah, something like an internet.
So yeah, Keith, you have the no speakers and dash. You have the little. I think I finally threw those away because I ordered a set for my car when I got rid of it.
Yeah.
You have the little tweeters that go on the side. Yeah. So. No, I remember that.
All right.
Okay. You didn't pull anything up.
Oh,
there you did. Sorry, I was a little slow.
Come on,
a little
man.
slow.
Will you really like a three-way? You need a glasses?
No, my eyes are killing me from today.
Take it off.
I can't.
Will you really like a three-way front stage for a 2025 Camry?
Forget about the warranty.
Forget about the warranty.
Morel hybrid 62 bridge with the JL amp. Also, only recommendations on overcoming the Camry null I've heard about.
Yeah.
I think the null that you're talking about is just the all pass filter, and that would be accomplished by using the key lock because you can do it with the JL VXI 800.8. It has, I believe, it has de-equalization capability. So there again, easy enough to do that. The key lock will do it for you. That was the only reason why I suggested that. So if you don't want to do all the craziness, you don't have all the tools to do all the electrical comparison or whatnot, the key lock will just make your life easier. Two, I believe in that particular car, you could just buy the JBL parts for it. So if you're looking for an A-pillar that has the tweeter, they probably sell that through parts. You can just get the JBL version of the A-pillar, and there is no void of warranty at that point. Not that they can void the warranty for cutting an A-pillar.
No.
That doesn't void your warranty. It's got nothing to do with the performance of the vehicle. But there are factory parts you can buy if you want to put a three-way set in it. We know, we've done it. Not on a 2025, on a 2024. So we had a guy buy. He got it cheap too, man. It was pretty scary. We know we actually had to buy one because I drilled through one of them. So that was really good on my part. Good job, Dean. Because it's But as far as that goes, a three-way set. There again, if you can do a three-way set, always do a three-way set.
All right, so
I'll let you know. I've been married 20 plus years. Can't afford her to take half of everything. I'm right there with you, Dave. I totally understand.
That was good.
Be like, hey, baby, you're going to have to lose some weight. She'd be like, you need to lose some weight. So I'm putting sound treatment in my car. We can't go cruising tonight.
All right.
Again, I have no idea what your wife looks like. She could weigh like 20 pounds. I have no idea. We're just having fun with it. Okay, full count mids. I still like that, man. That was one of the best responses. Okay, full count mids and highs. 2 JL, 10 Ws with an LC7i. Boy, I'm just gonna name this show the LC7i. All powered off an RD900. Truck was in the dealership and they did extensive electrical work, removed power several times. My question: did it lose any programming?
Any programming? Yeah.
So,
right there.
So the RD is an analog device. So the amplifier, the RD it has no DSP built into it, and the LC7i is an analog device as well. So there'd be no programming done in that. So no, unless they accidentally bumped a dial, like if they were back there screwing around and they accidentally started turning dials, like they were like doing this. There's no programming to be lost anywhere on any of it. So. You should be fine. I mean, if it sounds different,
they might
have like had to pull something out and then put it together long. Like we've had that happen where, we've had some really bunk stuff come from like we had a car in the other day where, the passenger front door speaker wasn't working. We didn't do the install. We were just doing the service, and we pull the door apart. And there's just 2 big butt connectors in there like this. There's 2 wires on one end, so there's 4 wires, 2 on this end, 2 on this end. They're all just butt connected together. And I was like, what the hell am I looking at? So I walked over to the customer. I said, hey, have you had any work done on your door recently? He's like, yeah, I had to have the motor changed in the passenger door. And I go, oh, they did a fantastic job. That's why you're back here. And they blew up your radio. You know, it was just, you know. He was like, oh, really? Damn, great. He was updating his car, so he wasn't too upset about it because he wanted CarPlay and all those fun things. But they smoked his radio because they basically took this output and this output and just butt connect them. So it was dead short right into the radio. It was fantastic.
That's crazy.
They did a real shitty job replacing his motor. Like the screws were wrong. It was, oh my God, it was bad. Is there anyone that makes
3D print cell panels, tweeter mounts for a Yukon 2008?
No, but I bet you if you talk really nice to Lino, who was in the show earlier, he'll probably help you out with that. But no, 3D, I mean, there again, is there somebody? Possibly.
Yeah.
Most of the time, no. You can go to places like Aldi, which is, that Chinese superstore, and they have generic A-pillar pods superstore that you can add to any ones. They're just ready, and you sand them, and then you can attach them. So Aldi would be not the grocery store, but the other, it's Alibaba's, but it's Aldi Express. You could probably pick up yourself. Sometimes they even have some of those on Amazon, I've found, where you can get like universal tweeter pods, which is pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Totally, dude.
For sure.
Spanking. Audison APF 8.9 bit. Okay, the older one. So that's the older Forza.
Yep.
Prima F1D for 3-way active front rear fill. Compartees. Would this be a good system for a 2020 BO Explorer? Yes. Make sure you get the interface, the proper interface. You get the A to B interface for it. The only thing that you may not be happy with is the volume. These were never really powerful amplifiers. That is the more powerful of the amplifier. I always, when doing this, use the Prima speakers because, for one, I can get a 2-ohm mid-bass to power off that amplifier, so I'll get more power. And the efficiency on the Prima speakers is really on point. So I would look into getting either a 2 or a 3-ohm speaker so you get the maximum out of that amplifier because it is a smaller footprint amplifier. And that amplifier came out far enough back to where it's not on par with some of the newer stuff like a Blackbird or some of the newer Forza stuff or a Helix. Those amplifiers utilize that power way better than that amplifier did. That amplifier was always kind of like, don't look, I'm going to do something really bad. And make sure when you set it up, you follow the steps, your input and output. And word of advice, when you're setting up your input and you go through and you get all of that done before you set up the EQ, check your fader. Make sure it does this, front, rear, sub, the whole thing. Make sure everything works the way it's supposed to as far as channel control before you start setting up the EQ. Because if you set up the EQ and realize your channel control is wrong, like, where's my subwoofer level control? You have to start over from scratch. And that is a really hard amplifier. You can't take screenshots of it or anything like that. You can't save stuff. It sucks. So don't do that.
All right, Rick, for you, Yukon, Lino can help you out. Just reach out to him.
Pac-Man. There I said. Lino's the guy. He's the 3D man.
He's like, dang, 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 dang.
Yes. So check out there again. Take a screenshot right now. We'll put it back up there real quick. So just screenshot, do whatever you need to do. Let Lino
private message to him.
Yeah, so he's a really good guy. He works for Wet Sounds. He's awesome at 3D.
You say the other day he was not a good guy.
The hell are you talking about?
Just kidding.
Dude, I love Lino, man.
I know. Troy.
Yes. Hello,
hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
What are your thoughts on a full Kenwood system in a 2004 GMC Sierra extended cab? 802, 809 deck, 1701P, 802.5, amplifier. Yeah. Okay,
so the only thing I would change on this is don't go with an 809. Upgrade to the 9 Series. Spend the extra, it's like $80. Spend the extra, go up to the 9 Series. Don't buy an 809, okay? Please, for the love of God, don't buy it. If you've already bought the 809 and you haven't opened it, send it back.
Send it back, yeah.
Send it back. Get a 908, okay? There's a lot of reasons for this. Just do it. Just do it. And if you can spend like another $250, get to 958. Mm-hmm. But I won't lose any. At least get a 908, all right? You'll thank me for it later.
Shani, you can go to Instagram and you can see the showroom
What are you talking
walk
about?
around right there. Go down right there.
Can you show me your car stereo displays, please?
On Instagram, you
Actually,
see a video.
today's YouTube video. It's literally within the first
There you go.
10 seconds of the video.
Perfect.
I walk in the front door of the
And
store.
today's video.
Yeah, today's YouTube video.
Perfect.
It's up because that's last week's 5 minutes 5-star, so it's all the way there and ready for you to do. Is Phoenix Gold old school amps are any good? Depends what you consider old school. If you're talking like the 1990s stuff,
Mhm.
if you've had them rebuilt, they're fantastic. If you haven't had them rebuilt, they look really great on the wall. If you're talking about the later 2000s stuff, it's not bad. It's about in line with a lot of the average stuff today. If you're talking about like the late 2000, like
Z9.
what's that?
The Z9.
Z9 is a fantastic amplifier. That's where I was going with that. If you're talking about the next generation of amplifiers, where we got the Zens and stuff like that, I personally had a Zen 9 for a very long time. I stole it to Big D Wiz. Bought myself another camera because I needed that.
Literally, you just open it, put it back.
Dude, we never did anything with it.
Nothing.
We never even shot a video on it.
Nothing.
He hasn't even shot a video on it. We had number 44.
That's what you had?
Yeah, we had
Really?
44. Yeah. Yep.
I didn't even pay attention.
I know. But no,
That's
Zen 9
sad.
is fantastic. If you can get your hands on one of them, they're just so big. I love big amplifiers. I really do. Something about that one, though, it's just, I don't know. It was almost too big.
All right.
Plus, I want multiples of them. Is rear fill becoming a thing again, even in the world of SQ competitions? That's a great question because I don't really know if it ever wasn't a thing. I mean, I know some of the like diehard guys are like, no rear fill, just front stage. Like Brian is just all front stage. But I feel like
you feel the real feel.
I feel customers want rear fill. Okay,
How do you know?
How do I know that they want rear fill? Because they literally tell me they want speakers in the rear. I mean, Jesus, we're putting
rear
$900 worth of rear fill in this thing. So, and we're going to be turning on the
Miguel uses rear fill.
Yeah,
there you go.
Well, it's because Miguel has the loudest Morels on the face of the earth.
Holy shoot, man!
Like,
yes,
scares the dial it back, bro. It's fantastic. I love it.
Sound amazing. Yeah.
But no, I don't. I think so. I mean, listen. It's only gonna do so much.
If it's a hole,
it's just if there's a hole, fill it with something. And there again, it's everything has a volume knob. Okay, it just depends on what you're trying to do. As far as in our world, non-competition world, rear fill is a must. We had last week's Bronco. It was a kid's car. We tuned it as if it. Jesus, John.
Okay.
If it didn't, we tuned it as if it didn't have rear fill, and then. We got the front stage all doing what it needed to do, and then we brought in the rears, and then I turned them way up. And Fernando got in the car. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Dude, it's a kid." Oh, makes sense.
Mm-hmm,
because it's what it is. We had the Range Rover guy got a Blackbird specifically because the Blackbird you can route the rear speakers through their up mixer, and you can do rear surround, real rear surround, not like fake left minus right, put one out of polarity, all that nonsense. Yeah. It's rear. It throws some math at it. It does a really cool effect where it removes the main vocal track, keeps the backup singers. And so when you're turning your head like this, you still have a center channel that's locked in place. And there's no girl singing behind your head, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded great. He was like, this is exact, because he had 4-inch really high up in the Land Rover, or Range Rover, whatever the hell it was. Land Rover, I don't know. But no, any chance we get to do them, we do them because they're just so cool. This will have it when we're done. I can't wait. Where is the best place to put amps in a 2022 Camry? We'll be getting Audison, Bit, small little guy, and the SR. Oh, the SR is a little big.
It's not the little one.
No, well, the 1214 isn't that big.
Okay.
Because there's only two sizes. The SR is the bigger amp. That's the 1,000 watt / I'm a 500 watt.
In an SR 1500.
Yeah, that's like I said, the 500, 1.500.
Uh-huh.
They're all 1,000 watt amps. That's all they can make. All Europeans can only make 1,000 watt amps. It's so annoying.
Okay.
But anyways, and even that one's not that big because of Class D. You should be able to fit them underneath the front seats. The other place I know we've gone in those is on the package tray. So we'll make a whole overly complicated mount that mounts the amplifier so heat sinks are up. Do not make them and mount them heat sinks down unless you live in a place that is very cold. Because if you do that, then the heat will go up instead of through the heat sink, which will diminish the life of the amplifier. So you can mount them underneath the package tray. You just have to mount them in a manner that the heat sinks face up. But otherwise, you can go underneath the seats. Yeah. You could also, in some of those, you can fit them into the side panels. Like there is some room into the, like you can, because they have like room for golf bags and stuff that are extra long. But yeah,
all right,
you can do that. Hold on. Rear fill is 4 full cal. Want to hear them anyways. There you go. Whatever works for you. Hey guys, that's the show. I'd like to thank our sponsors, thinkwarestore.com. Audio Control, check them out. If you got a Gladiator, you got to have the new Gladiator box. It's fantastic. We've heard it. We've done it. It's awesome. Our good friends at Arc Audio, if you're still trying to finish that motorcycle, Moto line. They have the Moto 720 amplifier along with the Moto speakers. And of course, Focal, Moscone, Gladen, making the world's finest speakers and amplifiers. They're my favorite. These are the Moscone. It's the wall of Moscone. Yeah, I love it. This is the coolest thing ever. I want to thank them. They're just shells, guys. They're just shells. They're not real amps. Pinocchio's not real, but they look so cool, dude. I love it. I think this is the happiest this has ever made me. Just looking at that, it's just so much joy, so much joy.
All right, guys. So thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow. 5 minutes with 5-star.
Have a great week. Make sure to follow us on Instagram for updates on what's going on in the install bay. Right. You guys have a wonderful week. Be safe out there. It's crazy. Stay cool.
It's crazy.
Bye.